Those who oppose me shall be left to drown in my wake.
Hi, hi there. My name is Illustrate, and in this Marvel Rivals video, I'll be sharing tips on one of my favorite characters, Namor, and how to do good with him in Marvel Rivals. So think of it as essentially a guide to Namor, if you will. So let's start out by talking about his primary fire. His primary fire does 70 damage from any range with no damage fall off. And if you land your shots on your targets, it reduces the cooldown of your monstro spawn, your squid, or your octopus, or whatever you want to call those little critters. Just keep in mind that his projectiles have travel time, and to get the most value out of them, you'll want to try to lead your shots. Or sometimes you'll just be spamming down chokes. That's what I do sometimes, and it's a bad habit, but it's just something I have because something I do because I don't always have trigger discipline, which is important to have in this game, but not as important as you think. So anyway, while you're landing your shots, you're reducing your cooldown on your supplemental damage, your turrets, so to speak, and that is good. So you want to work on placing your turrets in places where they won't immediately be taken out. Right there, I kind of placed it right in the middle of the walkway. It's going to get taken out rather fast because of that, and I got this enemy store all up in my grill. So next, let's talk about his safety net, his security bubble, his Namor bubble. Anytime that you get challenged and you're low on health, you want to send that signal to your healers that, hey, I need help. I need a heal. Don't spam the I need a heal button because Namor has one of the most annoying voice lines to accompany it saying, heal me now. And some people don't respond to that kind of rudeness. Instead, do your name or bubble or stand directly in front of the healer, which you have to do sometimes. Sometimes it'll be like that. And after you do your name or bubble, try to go find a health pack if you can't find a healer in sight if you haven't already been shot down, because it also signals to the enemy team that, hey, that enemy Namor is low on health. Let's target him down. Let's focus him down. Next, let's talk about the Monstro spawn. In this case, I'm using the Luna Team Up Squid, which you can't do this season. You could do the Gamma Squid. But the problem with the Gamma Squid is it's not as good as dealing with enemy Spider-Man and divers as the Luna Squid was. That just slowed them down completely, and it helped so not only you, but also your team could take out the enemy divers, and that's why I liked it. It was awesome. I like the Gamma Squid. Don't get me wrong; it does a whole lot of damage and deletes people in an instant. But I just loved the Luna Squid more. It just had more utility, in my opinion. Uh, but anyway, as you throw out the monster squid, you can either throw one or two out on the field at the time. Try to always have one out and have it in a place where it won't get eliminated as quickly. Try to land a headshot while the squid is out, and the squid will become enraged and start shooting at the target like it's Super Saiyan or something. And it's a pretty funny animation, and you'll know you did it because you'll hear like this specific sound effect that's associated with it. Also, let's talk about his next ability, Wrath of the Seven Seas, I think it's called. Uh, Neymar will spin his trident and then he'll throw it at an enemy, and it does like a splash radius damage. So if you can, aim it at their feet. That way you can ensure that it hits. If you want to aim it directly on target, it does come out pretty quick. You could do that too, but to get the most value of it, try to aim at their lower section. That way that splash gets them, and boom, you'll get the value out of it, and your squids will be powered up for a short time. Just like when you hit a headshot, but this one's just on demand, the Wrath of the Seven Seas. So you want to do that from time to time. Next, we'll talk about his ultimate right there. Hey, perfect timing there on my part. If you land it directly in the center, I believe it does about 500 damage. And if you land it and it's not on center, it does about 200 damage, or a little bit lower, it feels like. But that's just my observations. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comment section. One character that this combos really well with is Groot, because Groot kind of gets everybody to stand still and stand in one place. Another character this combos well with is Emma Frost. If Emma Frost has her mind control on 2 or 3 enemies, go ahead, throw your throw your squid, throw your whale into the crowd and get some big damage off. Don't always try to get like this big 5 kill or 4 kill or because it's not going to happen on Neymar. The area of effect is too little for that. So anyway, let's also talk about uses for Neymar and how to use him properly. One way to use Neymar properly is to go on flanks or go to off angles and then throw down 2 squid and then do Wrath of the Seven Seas. That'll instantly eliminate one target. Preferably, I hate to say this, but preferably go for a support and take them out. The sooner the one support falls when there's only one healer, it helps your team out tremendously in dealing with the enemy team or take out a star player. You might want to assassinate a Star Lord that's about to do legendary, and you're behind him. He doesn't know where you are. Boom, take him out of the equation. You hear judge, jury, go ahead, throw 2 squid down and hit the Punisher with Wrath of the Seven Seas or a headshot and take him out of the equation. You know, there's so many useful applications to the Neymar squid assassination technique. And let's say you hear a Wanda and she goes, "Your pop 2 squid down and hit her with Wrath of the Seven Seas," and she won't get to finish the rest of her sentence. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Neymar is a great character. He's not super hard to play because his squids do some of the damage dealing for you, but don't let the squids do all of the damage dealing for you, or you won't have as much value as you will. And right there, I got a little greedy and I went for a Hail Mary, and it actually worked, sort of. I feel like he also works good when you stick with the team. I got a little sidetracked there. And if you just stick with the team, like I'm sticking with the team in this clip, you can do wonders as well. It wasn't until later that I started doing like flanks and taking out important characters quickly. And that can work, but I want you to keep in mind that Neymar doesn't have movement. He doesn't have any way to really escape being dived once, you know, you're all by yourself in the back line or all by yourself deep in enemy territory on an off angle. So you got to just be mindful of that he has no way to get away like a Star-Lord, no way to get away like a Spider-Man, no way to get away like a Venom. Heck, even Penny can get away faster than Neymar can. All he has is that bubble, and if you use that bubble to get to high ground, as soon as somebody follows you up there, you have no other options, no other kind of protection. But anyway, that's just my tips on Neymar. If you know some more tips, just share them in the comments section. I think that Neymar is an incredibly fun character to play as, and don't let people tell you that you can only use Neymar for defense. You can only use Penny for defense, because that's not true. You can use him for both offense and defense, and his damage is pretty good. And I got that Spider-Man out of his combo. He had 2 of the people up in the air. I'm telling you guys, that uppercut that Spider-Man does is ridiculous. 2 words for you guys: locked in. That last match made me a little crazy. Alright guys, have fun. I gotta get off so I don't keep my wife awake. I'll catch you guys next time.